All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is White House sets record straight on flag burning executive order. Let's jump into this immediately, see where this video takes us. We'll comment throughout. Let's jump into it.
President Trump touting his historic success as D.C. celebrates nearly 2 weeks without one single homicide. Okay. Vice President J.D. Vance commenting on the progress made by the administration in its crackdown on D.C. crime. Listen.
This town averaged one murder every other day for the last 20, 30 years, which means that in 2 short weeks, the president and the team have saved 6 or 7 lives, people who would have been killed on the streets of D.C., who are now living, breathing, spending time with their families because the president had the willpower to say no more. We're not going to give the streets of D.C. over to vagrants and robbers and murderers.
So, are we going to see the president's push for law and order spread to other cities? White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly joins me now. Anna, great to have you back on the program. Is the administration confident that it can bring the same results that we're seeing in D.C., let's say to cities like Chicago, where the mayor has said he is going to fight Trump at every turn, and the governor has said that as well?
Yeah, well, the president spoke to this yesterday. We are having incredible results with this president's surge of law enforcement in D.C. in the form of 1,000 arrests. That is 1,000 dangerous criminals that are now behind bars because of this president's action. And as was mentioned with your previous guest, and I want to applaud her for her courage, ending dangerous policies like cashless bail that allow further recidivism, that put law enforcement in danger, and worst of all, put more victims in danger. So this president is committed to cleaning up D.C., continuing this effort to put the focus on victims, to make sure that what happened to these people doesn't continue to happen again, and that law-abiding citizens in D.C., Chicago, all across the country can live their lives without fear of being a victim of violent crime.
Okay, guys, I'm kind of all over the place when it comes down to specifically utilizing any type of military-esque type of thing in the United States of America. I consistently say this here. I do not want us to turn into a third world country, but in the same breath, I can also fully comprehend that, guys, talking to the criminal element, like in a lot of these ghettos, right, is not helping. It's not working. What else can we do? Should we spend more money, let's say, or should we just actually nip it in the bud type of thing? You get what I'm saying here, guys? I understand the need for it, basically, but I'm not specifically partial to the optics of it, if that makes any sense here, guys. Enough talking, more action. That's where I'm at right now.
Are you confident that these actions can be taken in a city like Chicago, where, like I asked you earlier, there doesn't seem to be a very welcoming reception for the president and his potential bringing of the National Guard? Are you confident that you can take the same actions in Chicago, in New York, places like that?
Absolutely. And one thing I'll point out is the president, of course, partnered with law enforcement here in D.C., and that action has actually been incredibly welcomed by the D.C. Police Union and others, these folks who actually live in these communities, thanking this president for finally stepping up and addressing this violent crime that's totally ravaged our city. And I think it's shameful that you have governors like J.B. Pritzker prioritizing criminals over the people in their cities. People in Chicago and in these violent, crime-ridden cities are begging President Trump to come in to make their city safe. That effort has already been welcomed by folks here in D.C. And yes, he certainly expects that it will be welcomed by folks really impacted by these crimes all across the country.
It certainly is curious when elected leaders say, no, we don't want help in keeping our citizens safe. We want what's happening, which seems to be not good for the people that live in these certain cities.
Yeah, it's because it's Trump. Like, if it was anyone else, most likely they'll be like, you know what, hold on, listen. We finally have had enough of this talking thing. Let's actually fix the next generation of people that are going to be raised in some of these high crime areas, so they do not, basically recreate what the previous generation did. Like, you need something that can actually stop this immediately. Enough talking.
Finally, before we let you go, President Trump taking decisive action against radical American flag burners with a new executive order. Take a listen.
Let's hear this.
When you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it. And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail No early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail.
Anna, this move
Okay. Wait, let's hear this next statement.
is getting a lot of pushback from conservatives, the people
Yeah.
who want Donald Trump in office, who
Right.
love basically every single one of his policies,
Okay.
but they don't like this. They argue that this violates the First Amendment, and they are
Okay, because they're right. Now, see, this is why when I saw that you guys want me to watch this video, I'm just like, what do you mean a flag burning executive order? I wanted to see exactly what was being said here because, again, it's not going to work, guys. Like, listen, in fact, a constitutionalist, okay? Listen, I retired a flag last week, all right? The correct way, all right? With the flag retirement ceremony and everything at the American Legion. Like, understand here, I don't play around with the U.S. flag. Look, I mean, I have it on me, wear my hat, look behind me. You get what I'm saying here? I have a gigantic flag flying outside my house. Just understand when I say this here. You can't go after flag burners. You can't. Like, I hate the concept of the idea, let's say, of you burning my flag. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it, but I am fully aware as a constitutionalist, okay? I'm fully aware that they are allowed to do that idiocy. Let them be idiots, guys, but you can't charge them for it. What do you mean by that? Right? Like, this cannot be the hill that you expire on, not this one. Right? Not this one. Don't do this one. Not this one. Because, guys, listen, the United States of America has lost numerous times during this year, attempting to do things like this. You have the United States of America versus Eachman. You have Texas versus Johnson. Like, these specific cases are gigantic cases of the federal government attempting to ban the concept of utilizing freedom of speech. Okay? Now, listen, you cannot say you like the idea of freedom of speech and then go after this. Guys, do not expire on this hill. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. I'm telling you, because like even the most conservative of the bunch that are fully vetted and understand the Constitution are not going to back this. They're going to be the ones who literally never read any of it, right? I'm sure, right? The ones who look at the Constitution as like a guideline that you can kind of pick and choose what you want to accept from it. Nah, bro. No, don't do this. This is not the guys, this is not the one. All right. Do not fight this one. All right. Because you're going to lose consistently. I do not like people burning the flag. But they in fact have the right, the First Amendment right to do so. Guys, they do. I think it's silly and stupid. Right? I'm telling you, I don't like it. I don't appreciate it, guys. Right? But they have the right to protest, even if it offends the people. Guys, understand, guys, we've already gone through these lawsuits multiple times. You're going to lose this. All right? An executive order in this context is going to, oh no, dudes. I was hoping it wasn't this when I saw the title. It is this. Okay, yeah, I can tell that people that absolutely will just agree with anything Trump says, for example, okay, are not going to agree with this, specifically if they are well read, all right, and they fully understand what that means. Listen, we don't have to like it. There are things that everyone doesn't like, but an executive order for this instance here is not an intelligent thing. And this is someone, and I'm telling you, this is someone who absolutely hates the concept of it, and I am not a fan of the Democrats. All right, it is what it is, guys. I'm honest.
One of his policies, but they don't like this. They argue that this violates the First Amendment, and they are staunch proponents of the First Amendment. To be clear, though, this executive order only applies when the flag is burned in an effort to incite violence. Is that correct, Anna?
What does that mean?
That is correct. And there's two parts of this. Of course, the part we all agree on is that the American flag is the most treasured symbol in our country. And
no one is going to get charged on this one here. I think this is just like a symbolic executive order, guys. No one is going to get charged because it literally states, understand this here, guys. You can burn the flag in protest. All right. So it doesn't matter if the person that's around it is offended. So this is a symbolic executive order, guys.
Not only represents our country as a whole, it represents those who fought, served, bled, died for our country. And so, of course, this is an incredibly special symbol that we have to protect. But beyond that, to your point, yes, the First Amendment does not protect inciting violence. And so what that specific executive order does is it makes sure that crimes that are related to burning the American flag, like starting a riot, inciting violence, are fully prosecuted. This is common sense. This president wants to ensure that crimes events that incite violence, that make people less safe, including ones related to the burning the American flag, are prosecuted. And that's what you're seeing with this surge in D.C. We're going to make sure that criminals are behind bars, that we are ending dangerous policies like cashless bail that make people less safe. And we're going to hopefully bring that all across the country.
Anna, it's a key clarification. Thank you for giving.
That's not much of a clarification. Hold on, guys. Listen, that was written so broad. I think, like, I want to see who gets charged with it. Let's play this game here. All right, I'm one of these. All right, show me who gets. Well, how about this? I think you can charge people with anything. I want to see who gets convicted on it. All right, that's what I want to see. Because if someone gets a conviction over this, they are going to be millionaires. All right, I'm just letting you know this right now. This does not make any sense. It is what it is here. The U.S. flag, in fact, can be burned for the sole purpose of political protest. Your feelings on it are irrelevant. Just like how everyone tells everyone else, just because you don't like what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying here? You don't have to like what I'm saying. I'm still going to say it. First Amendment, bro. All right, that's the same thing. Okay. That's the same thing. This doesn't make any sense. I do not agree with this because this just doesn't make any sense. The Constitution, guys, this is a bad one. All right. This is a bad one. Who told him to do this? They should be fired. Okay. Like who implanted this thought or theory into him? Because this is so broad. Well, I guess that's the point also, guys. It's so broad that it just doesn't make any sense, guys. I love the flag. I love it. It's my flag. Okay. But they can burn it. The weirdos, in fact, can burn it. They can. And it's consider it freedom of speech, bro. That's it. It's disrespectful. But I say, listen, we say a lot of disrespectful things anyway to all types of people. Let's just say that there, all right? Think about it like that, because that's what it is. There's nothing more than that. Just because you don't like it, you cannot live within a contradiction in the terms of freedom of speech. Either you're fine. Like, listen, guys, I don't like the three Ks. I don't like them. I think they're weird, right? But I'm not going to stop them. I think they're idiots. But I'm not going to stop them. Why? Freedom of speech. That's what this is, guys. Listen, you cannot. Either you are for the concept of freedom of speech or you are not. That's what this is right here. That's what this is. Either you are for it or you're against it. This executive order is ridiculous. But either way, listen, yell at me in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait for it. Give me some statutes while you're at it. No, don't even give me statutes. I don't care about statutes. But just give me some information. Let's just say that there. All right. Tell me how the... Guys, no, I don't think there's a way. I'm trying to think of like a one way out. I want to see what is there even an other side to this? Like, these would have to be extremists, like the ones who are fine with the concept of like authoritarianism. Those people, right? Like, if you're one of those, I get it. You don't like America anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and point it out to you guys. All right, I don't think you like America. If you back this, I don't know if you like America. All right, because guys. This is a terrible one. I'm sorry, bro. This is bad. Don't do this. This isn't the one. But all right, listen, guys, yell at me in the comments. I'm down for it. I expect it, right? But, like, listen, I like a lot of things that Trump does. A lot of them. I'd say a high 90%, okay? That's kind of where I'm at with that. But this doesn't make any sense. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later.